Hello to my 20 subscribers. This is part 3 of the 100 Faces Challenge. Make sure to watch the other parts if you haven't already. I've never been more happier to have decided to do color because otherwise this drawing wouldn't have existed or the other great drawings that are included in this video. This is my most liked drawing on Instagram, and I hit 1,000 followers because of it. It has over 700 likes as of right now, and honestly, it does look pretty good. As long as you don't turn your phone sideways. I didn't expect this to be the favorite while I was drawing it, but it really was different from all the other drawings at the time. I wish I spent more time on it because part of the skin looks unfinished. This is supposed to be Yeji from Itzy. I struggled with the eyes a lot, and this drawing made me realize how the drawings don't really end up looking like the references at the end. Like they're good enough that it looks like a face, but it looks like a completely different person. Like this one, for example, this is supposed to be SZA, and it looks a little bit like her, but at the same time it doesn't. Oh, but I really did struggle with the eyes for this one. I kept making it too small each time I fixed it, and I redid it so many times to the point where I just gave up and posted it without her pupils. I hit 1,000 in the middle of drawing this, and I was surprised honestly, because I've never had any art account hit even 100 followers, so it was a new experience. Thank you to everyone who support my art. It's nice to know people like what I make. The reference was an Asian woman, but my drawing made it westernized. I really have a hard time drawing the eyes right, lol. I've had a few people tell me that I draw the lips, nose, and eyes crooked, which I'm kinda blind to because so far all I see are the eyes being the most visible issue. These next few drawings are done in Fire Alpaca because I was tired of using my fingers for Ibis Paint. I don't know how to do the time elapse or if this software even has that feature, but I still want to include these drawings in some way. I didn't like that last SZA drawing, so I decided to do another one using a different reference, and it looks much better. If only I had the time elapse of it though, because I was so locked in. But I guess the layers will do. Here's another one also done in Fire Alpaca. I think blonde hair would have looked better on this drawing instead of the dark brown. I think the blonde made the whole image brighter. Here's a guy. I haven't drawn one in a while, but he's sideways because I needed more space, but I was too lazy to make a new file. Not my proudest work. I started drawing this after finishing the guy, and it took 20 minutes before I gave up. Next drawing is on Ibis Paint. I switch back and forth between softwares, but I swear I'll figure out how to do time elapses on Fire Alpaca. This is also supposed to be another Asian woman. Most of my references are those Douyin makeup looks, but I keep accidentally making them white, and I swear it's not on purpose, like I'm actually trying to make it look the same as the photo. I don't know why the recording for this one is so short. The last part got cut, and I'm sure I didn't do that, but here's the pic of the finished drawing. So I finally searched it up and saw that Fire Alpaca has a time-elapse feature, but it's not automatic, and the finished product is a GIF, which is weird. So I have to screen record the GIFs to include them in my videos. But this whole process would be so much easier if Fire Alpaca just made the speed draws into videos. Like here, I forgot to end the time elapse before closing out, and it deleted the whole render process entirely, which is disappointing because that's the best part of speed draws. Up until this point, I noticed that my drawings don't go beyond neck and shoulders, which was a big factor to why my Instagram page looked so boring, so I tried to find something interesting and got a reference photo with a cat, even though I've never really drawn a cat before. This cat has a double chin. Lol, it was cuter on the picture, but on the drawing he looks middle-aged and twice divorced. Here's another drawing of something that's more than the head. I didn't post it on Instagram though and posted it on Kara instead. Guys, my Kara is so dry. Does anyone actively use it? Because I feel like we all just downloaded it but use Instagram like normal. But here's my account if you want to be moots on there. I post drawings there that don't make it on Instagram. The drawings have improved a lot, but of course there are still some that turn out ugly, like this one. I think the reference picture I used here was AI generated from Pinterest. My thought process was that maybe generated pictures would be easier to draw since they look kinda like cartoonish in a way, but still resemble people. But you, AI. I had the realization that the last time I drew a guy was, like 20 faces ago. So I found this one picture on Pinterest and thought, why not? So I gave it a go without expecting much. The device I was drawing this on made the colors pop out more, but when I look at it on any other device, the drawing looks so washed out. Here's a picture of it directly taken from where I was drawing it. but I ran into this problem a lot and I don't know how to fix it. Like, I swear it's more vibrant compared to what it looks like on posts. For this drawing, I also tried out some of the brushes Fire Alpaca offered, and at this time I thought they only had a few until I found out you can download some on their brush store. Now I know this one is only half of a face, but I'm still counting it as one. It's a bit rushed though, so the details aren't really there, to be honest. That's why the eyes look so lifeless. But I seriously need to learn how to render eyes and hair because I feel like those two things are what catches people's attention at first glance. I'm just gonna say it straight up. I hate this one. Back to the washed out colors problem. This one looked so vibrant on my screen, but when I posted it, all the colors looked so faded. Other than that, I also made the face too long in comparison to the reference photo. Someone please teach me how to draw bangs, because these ones are so not it. For the Fire Alpaca users out there, does anyone know of a good brush to use to render hair? I just use any brush and it's not leading me any progress. At this time, someone told me that my facial proportions were off and I clearly needed a mentor because my drawings had so many flaws and it low-key hurt because I was proud of my progress. I'm aware that my art isn't at a professional level, but who said I was trying to achieve that? Like, leave me and my crooked faces alone. The little things on the side are some of the free brushes I downloaded from the brush store. They have really cool brushes, but I don't even know how I can incorporate them into my drawings. Also unrelated, but during this time, I kept finding myself interacting with not the kindest people in my Instagram DMs, and it's sad on my part because instead of wasting time on them, I could have spent all that time drawing cool things instead. I gotta do better, man, like it was honestly so bad. I'm counting this one as two faces because there are in fact two faces in this drawing. I turned this one into a YouTube short, and you can check it out on my channel if you care. And since we're talking about my channel, please hit the like and subscribe button if you've made it this far. This was really fun to draw, and I even included a background, which I never did until now. It's also another example of the colors looking washed out when downloaded. You can see on the YouTube short of how the colors were supposed to look like. When I posted this on Instagram, I ended up just taking a pic of it instead of downloading the image. I haven't really drawn that many guys. I think I've only drawn like 3, but that's because I make them end up looking like women. But the drawing with the bathtub turned out better than I thought, so why not try and draw more dudes? And I can't expect to get better if I never try, so yeah. The fact that I'm like 70 faces in and I've only drawn 3 guys is crazy. Here's another guy. There's something about sharp features that I can't get right. I've been drawing so many girls that I'm just so used to making features look soft. Not gonna lie, I'm still struggling on eyes, lol. The sketch for this one went hard. I saw the reference on Pinterest and I wanted to draw it so bad, even though I don't know much about dramatic lighting. I don't think I even finished this, but it looked alright. Probably might come back to it in the future though. Face 75. We've come so far. I can't believe I've made it. I went back to Ibis Paint for this one. Honestly lost track of how many faces have been drawn, so I don't really plan out big drawings for certain numbers, unfortunately. But wow, 75. That's crazy. We're only 25 away from 100. I've noticed throughout this challenge how it's getting easier to draw each face more effortlessly the more I continue to draw. Also, I didn't start flipping the canvas while drawing until like 7 faces ago, and I'm still working on it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video and continue to stick around until the 100th face. I hope I see all of you 20 subscribers in part 4, and I also hope you all have a nice day.